Hi, hello, it's Sagi, and today, as you've read the title, we'll be talking about grooming and ways to avoid it. What is grooming? The Oxford Dictionary has two main definitions, the first one being the practice of brushing and cleaning the fur of an animal, and the second one being the preparation/training of someone for a certain purpose. In this case, we are talking about the second meaning. Someone can be groomed by a friend, a family member, a stranger, a teacher, someone online. It can happen by anyone to anyone. You may have heard the word grooming a lot online and in those safety signs you've received at school, but not given a full explanation of what it is in its actuality. In most cases, groomers will do the following: establish an emotional connection, show affection, gift-giving, special privileges, isolation, and entrapment. Groomers will want to create an emotional connection so it's easier for them to take advantage of the victim, because if you are considered friends, it won't seem as weird for them to give you gifts, show you affection, etc. Along with the bridge of quote-unquote friendship, they are likely to show affection, which can be shown as compliments, physical touch, or even roleplay online. When it comes to gifts, they will give the victim things in a way to make it easier for the victim to lean into them. Often a victim will feel bad if they cannot give back to the groomer, which makes them a target for further harm. Special privileges being the groomer asking the victim to keep secrets for them and send sexual messages, material, and advances. These messages will vary, starting off with simple things as saying, "You look nice," that you have a good style, to eventually asking intruding questions like, "Have you kissed anyone? Have you ever slept with someone?" and other weird questions of the like. If you're wondering, yes, cropped images, fanfiction, or supplying you with sexual material of any kind is inherently dangerous if you are below the age of 18. But I do believe that even people over the age of 18 can be groomed, even if they are legally considered an adult. Making the victim feel isolated, as if they are not allowed to talk to people about what's going on between them, often saying that people wouldn't understand or they'd hurt themselves if the victim decided to speak out about it. Entrapment. Predators will push their victim into possibly developing feelings for them or manipulating them into thinking they have feelings for the predator, so that the victim feels as if they have legitimate feelings and a connection with the predator, leading to Stockholm Syndrome. Here are some common traits of predators in general. Association with children. Show a preference to be with kids. They could also be part of communities that commonly have children within it, as Scene Kid community, kids TV shows, music more aligned with kids with the childlike characteristics, if that makes sense. Alongside this, arranged association with children. Being a daycare attendant, a teacher, volunteering for mostly children activities, they'll find any opportunity to have time with children, specifically to be alone with the children. Predators can seem to be too good to be true. They will try to give the impression that they want to help as often as possible, taking children out for outings, buying gifts, for no reason other than quote-unquote wanting to. Seeming weird, detached from others, but easily connecting with children and avoiding people who aren't kids. On the opposite side of this, some predators will be charming, have an easy time communicating with others, and creating relationships. How to protect yourself and others from grooming. Do not share your information with people unless you are close friends and they can be genuinely trusted. Remember, you have every right to say no. Whether someone is threatening you, guilt-tripping you, anything, you have no obligation to say yes to anything they ask of you to do. Be friends with people within your own age range, which I know can be difficult for some people, especially online, because you can't you can ask people their ages online, but it is a little weird and would potentially put other people in danger. But try to join communities that preface the age ranges for the community. Trust your gut. If you're worried for your own safety or another's, tell a trusted adult, a counselor, a friend, even if it's just a hunch. For others, if you notice that someone is having extreme mood swings, experiencing insomnia and nightmares, having knowledge on sexual and inappropriate things that they generally shouldn't have, avoidance of places, activities, and usual hobbies and things they usually enjoy, change in academic performance, whether it's lack of interest in work, not spending time with friends, and behavior. Increase in unexplained physical issues, tummy aches, headaches, infections, and pain in genital areas. Show of sexual advances towards other children and adults, including being overly touchy, making sexual remarks, and having weird behavior of sexual nature. In younger children, mostly under the age of 13, they'll often wet their bed, be obsessively obedient to adults and people in power. And for people who are assigned female at birth, there is a possibility to spot possible abuse if they start their period very early in their life. People at risk of grooming. Children in general, victims of prior abuse and traumatic experience, people with mental health issues, including BPD, CPTSD, and PTSD, autism, and other disorders in which a person will be more impulsive, trusting, and possibly naive. and people with self-harming behaviors. If you've experienced grooming, don't blame yourself. It's not your fault that this has happened, and the fault is solely on the person who took advantage of you. You don't need to be the quote perfect victim. Even if you hit on a person in power, even if you were mean, even if you're actively looking for it, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you are a victim of what happened. Please let a trusted adult know about what happened and report the predator as soon as you can. Remember, you are loved and cared about. What happened to you doesn't define who you are. You are so much more than a victim. You are someone with thoughts, feelings, emotions, and interests. You matter more than you could ever imagine. Thank you for listening.